Hello, friends. Welcome. Welcome to another episode number 83 on AONIM with Shekhar Pathak. Thank you all for joining and continuing to support this channel. For the last few weeks, we have been talking about some of the most popular ragas that are based on Kalyan Thaat and some of the most popular gharanas of Khayal Gaiki. Today, we will be talking about one of the most popular gharanas of Khayal Gaiki known as Agra Gharana, followed by an introduction to Raga Hameer. So, stay tuned. Welcome back. As I said earlier, we will start our discussion with Agra Gharana style of Gaiki. When anyone mentions Agra, what is it that comes to your mind? I'm sure it is Taj Mahal. And if you are a sweet lover like I am, then of course the sweets or mithai called petha that comes to mind. One more thing that I'm reminded of is a place where all my cousins and my brothers wanted to send me. Pagal Khana. Yeah, the mental hospital of Agra is also quite famous. Jokes apart, Agra is also famous for one of the most illustrious musical traditions of India known as Agra Gharana. Agra Gharana was started in late 12th century, and at that time it was known as Nauhar Bani. Nauhar means 9 garlands and Bani means language. Nayak Gopal, the court musician of Devgiri, which is now known as Daulatabad, is believed to have established Nauhar Bani. There is a story that the legendary Amir Khusro had intentions of learning and bringing Nayak Gopal to the courts of his king Alauddin Khilji. So Amir Khusro encouraged and accompanied his king to fight a war and defeat the king Ramchandra of Devgiri. The king Ramchandra was captured and released on one condition, that Nayak Gopal would accompany them to Delhi. Fair or not fair, I'll let you decide. Anyhow, the tradition continued in Delhi after Nayak Gopal, and then his sons, his grandchildren, and everybody followed it. One of his descendants, Sujan Das Nauhar, was a court musician of Akbar the Great. Upon Akbar's request, Sujan Khan was converted to Islam, and then he came to be known as Sujan Khan. Sujan Khan's great-great-grandson, Dayam Khan, also known as Saras Khan, was court musician during Aurangzeb's time. When Aurangzeb banned music in his domain, he moved to Agra, where he continued developing Nauhar Bani, which came to be known as Agra Gharana. The major development and popularity of Agra Gharana happened during the time of one of Saras Khan's grandsons, Khudabakhsh Khan. Khudabakhsh had very harsh and rough voice as a child, and he was ridiculed and referred to as Gahe Khan. That was very insulting for a child who was born in a musical family. He ran away from home and went to Gwalior to learn music from Nathan Peerbakhsh. the maestro and one of the best teachers at that time. He begged and did whatever possible to convince Ustad Pir Baksh, and out of pity, Ustad Pir Baksh started teaching Gagge Khan music. After about 12 years of rigorous training and hard work, his teacher ordered him to go back to his daily life in Agra with his family. His Ustad or his Guru also gave him a new name, Surila, which means one who sings in perfect pitch. When he returned, his family could not believe when they heard him. After listening to him, all his brothers became his students. Not only he trained his brothers, but also he became a teacher to their next few generations also. The prefix gagge or gahe, I'm not sure of exact pronunciation, gagge, whatever the name was, the prefix gagge somehow remained with him till the end. His own two sons, Ghulam Abbas Khan and Kalyan Khan, became great musicians later on. They were also wonderful teachers, and that's what made Agra Gharana very, very popular. That's the history of Agra Gharana, which still continues to produce amazing musicians. Let me mention some famous musicians from 21st century, 20th and 21st century. Faiyaz Khan of Vadodara, Vilayat Hussain Khan, Latafat and Sharafat Hussain Khan, Zohrabai Agrewali, who became the first female to record classical music. C.R. Vyas, Dinkar Kaikini, Manik Verma, and Jitendra Abhisheki are a few more names. Let us now talk about the gaiki or singing style of Agra Gharana. As you heard me say, Gagge Khan, Gahe Khan, Khuda Baksh was trained under Gwalior Gharana. The Agra Gharana is a good blend of Khayal Gaiki and Dhrupad Gaiki. Before Gagge Khan, Khuda Baksh, Agra Gharana students were taught only Dhrupad Gaiki, but now they learn both styles and blend it. Due to this, Gaiki is more throatal and loud in volume. Khayal performance begins with syllables nom tom, which is unique to Agra Gharana. The alap is also rendered in non tom or other syllables, thus making melody also a little bit more rhythmic. As a result of this, the singers of this gharana are masters of the rhythm known as laikari. Laikari actually is the foundation on which the compositions are built. Complex phrases of rhythm with complex tihais, where a singer sings a phrase 3 times starting from any beat to end it on some or the first beat. That is the most important characteristic of this style. As the emphasis is on louder volume and robust voice production, deeper bass voices are more suitable for this kind of gaiki. Sorry, tenors and soprano singers. By the way, this is the only gharana where the singers continue to sing Dhrupad Dhamar along with Khayal, Thumri, Tappa, Tarana and Hori along with Nom Tom Alap. Okay, time to talk about Raga Hameer. Raga Hameer belongs to Kalyan Thaat, and it is one of those ragas that uses both madhyams, both mas. Just as Rag Kedar and Rag Yaman Kalyan that we talked about before. Learning how both mas are used in these ragas along with some special employment of meend separates these 3 ragas. Let me see if you can tell the difference. So here we go, my friends. ni re ga ma ga re ga ma pa. Next one. Sa ma pa ma pa da ma. And third one. Sa ga ma dha pa ma pa ga ma re sa. So the first one was Yaman Kalyan, second one was Kedar, and third one was Hameer. So now let's go over Aroha and Avroha of Hameer. Sa ga ma dha ni da sa. So 5 notes, pentatonic in ascending. And here is Avroh. Sa ni da pa ma pa da pa ga ma pa ga ma re sa. And I'm now sure that some of you who listen to the film classics of 60s would have found the Avroh to be similar to a very popular song. I'm going to sing it again and then sing maybe a line of that song. मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे मधुबन में. I'm pretty positive that you were able to tell the difference between these 3 rag. And I'm also very sure that some of you who listen to film classics of 60s would have found Aroh and Avroh, especially Avroh, to be very similar to the beginning alaf of one of Muhammad Rafi's and Naushad's classic, Madhuban Mein Radhika Nache Re. See how easy they had it when the recording industry was brand new? Just use Aroh and Avroh in alap and you have a new recording, a new song. Going back to Raga Hameer, all 7 Shuddha notes plus Tivra Madhyam makes it a Sampurna Rag in Avroh, while 5 notes in Aroh, so it's a Audav Sampurna Rag. Vadiswar is Dhaivat, Dha, and Samvadi Swar is Gandhar, Ga. Vishranti Sthan or Nyaswar are Dhaivat and Ga, of course, as they are Vadi and Samvadi. Pa is also used as Nyaswar. Time of performance is second period of the night or between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. Some singers and musicians also use Komal Ni as Vivadi Swar, but it's very rarely used. Hameer has a very vigorous mood and it is used for patriotic songs and also the songs of encouragement. Dha plays a very, very important role in expressing this kind of flavor or this kind of mood. Hameer has Vakra chalan. Vakra means zigzag, if you remember. In that way, Aroh and Avroh does not really explain express the real anga of rag. The chalan has to be explained not through a book or not by reading. It has to be explained by playing an instrument or singing. Listening carefully will develop a better understanding of Rag Hameer. So let us just do that. Dhaivat is Vadi. Keep that in mind and see how the Swar Vistar is done. Ga ma da da So if you listen to it, Gama Dha, especially you pay attention on the Dha, on Dha. Gama Dha Dha Pa. It's a slur through both knee without clearly singing it. Gama Nida Nida Pa Gama Dha Dha Pa. Listen to Pa as a Nyas swar now. It serves as a swar to build up a little tension. Gama da da pa da da ni da pa ma pa ma pa ma pa ma pa ma pa gama gama da da ni sa da da pa ma pa gama. Also, you may have noticed that Re is not a Nyaswar, but it is used to give a feeling of a relief before arriving to Sa. Listen to it again. Gama pa gama da da pa ma pa gama re sa. Now, if I don't sing Re, I will take that relief part away. This is also the best way to identify Hameer, as it sounds different from Yaman Kalyan, and Kedar also due to these specific movements. Gama pa gama re sa. This phrase, remember this phrase? This phrase is used in many other ragas with a little bit of variation. We will go over all these raga in next few episodes. So just remember this phrase, Gama pa Gama re sa. Gama pa Gama re sa. So let's learn to differentiate Rag Kedar and Rag Hameer. Here is Kedar. Sa ma pa ma pa da ma. And Hameer, ga ma da pa ga ma pa ga ma re sa. Pa ma da ma pa da ma pa ga ma re sa. And going into Kedar, ma pa da ni pa ma pa ma pa da ni sa da ma pa da ni sa da ma pa ma. And Hameer ga ma pa ga ma re sa. If you are a Hindi film music lover, there are, really speaking, not that many songs that are based on Rag Hameer. Actually, I asked ChatGPT, Gemini, and all the search engines with AI. It found many songs, but honestly, none of them, except one or two, were based on Hameer. So here it goes. So one of the most popular songs you already know, Madhubad Mein Radhika Nache Re. And another song that I was reminded of, I haven't heard that in a long time, and thanks to this episode, I was able to enjoy that bhajan. It was very popular a long time ago, and Vivid Bharati used to play it all the time. It is a very forgotten kind of song, a bhajan. Sur ki gati main kya janu, main to bhajan karna janu, by Mukesh. The first part of the bhajan is Hameer, and later on it changes into many different rags. Oh yeah, reminds me of the statement that I've been making for last 3 or 4 episodes, that Rag Yaman is such a complete rag that all the other rag of Kalyan Thaat sound manufactured, made up, constructed, fabricated. Yes, Hameer is also a rag that was constructed by humans. We just don't know who created it, but I'm sure he or she dreamt of it in his or her sleep, or heard either Shiva or Krishna performing it somewhere in their dreams. Anyhow, whatever. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't believe in all that. Okay? So basically, we created it, humans created it, and credit should have been given to the person who created it instead of giving it to. So, going back to saying that, yes, it's a very structured form. The rag is manufactured kind of thing. And that's why any composition that is created in Raga Hameer sounds like the other one. So that's probably one of the reasons why composers these days do not depend on these kinds of rag and do not compose anything in these rag. So let's now go to a demo ghazal that I have composed just for this episode, which probably will sound like any other compositions or bandishes in Raga Hameer. The lyrics are by a young poet. His name is Vijay Sharma. I have used a 16-beat cycle rhythm, which is a rare for a ghazal composition. It is similar to Teen Taal and it is known as Adha Taal or Adha Taal. Beautiful ghazal. 12 चांद गए पूनम के, 12 चांद गए पूनम के, प्यार भरा एक सावन भी. 12 चांद गए पूनम के, प्यार भरा एक सावन भी. गए दिनों में साल भी गुजरा, गए दिनों में साल भी गुजरा, और गया कुछ जीवन भी. Enjoy this ghazal. बारह चांद गए पूनम के प्यार भरा एक सावन भी I hope you enjoyed this ghazal that was based on Raga Hameer. I have tried to compose it using all the characteristics possible of this rag, but it's a light music composition, so as I had mentioned before, it can never be pure rag. The chaya or the shadow or impression of some other rag will always be there. To listen to the pure Hameer rag, the choice has to be pure classical music. So let's turn our eyes to the list of rag, list known as a song a day. Here we go. The first one. Let's begin with Agra Gharana's Ustad Faiyaz Khan, a very rare recording that I found on YouTube in Raga Hameer. This recording is from the early days of sound reproduction technology. So please ignore the recording quality and focus on the gaiki and rag. Number 2 is another live performance, Vidushi Vinatai Sahasrabuddhe performing Raga Hameer. One more vocal performance in Raga Hameer. This one is by late Ustad Rashid Khan, again performing Raga Hameer. And now let us listen to some instrumental music in Raga Hameer, starting with Sitar performance by an upcoming artist, Rishab Rikhiram. Number 5 is a rare recording by Ustad Vilayat Khan, showing how sitar can sing. And number 6, let us end this week with another live performance, this time by Rajrupa Chouldhury, performing live at Bengal Classical Music Festival in Dhaka. That ends our quest to identify and understand two of the most complex rag, Kedar and Hameer, that belong to Kalyan Thaat. Hopefully, I made the process of identifying them easy for you. And you, on the other hand, learn to appreciate these two ragas. We will continue our journey next week with another Kalyan Thaat Rag known as Chayanat, a very beautiful rag. We'll also talk about another Gharana of Gayaki known as Jaipur Gharana. Yes, I don't think we have talked about it. We'll talk about it again if we have, doesn't matter. Until then, enjoy good music with the wonderful life that we have been blessed with. Please like and comment on the video, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so by clicking the bell icon. I want to thank you again, and I hope to see you next week at the same place, same time. Thank you. Bye.